We good? Okay. Welcome everybody tonight to our August Town Board meeting. Before we get started, we like everybody to stand. We have the Pledge of Allegiance. And there's 4 new police officers who are swearing in today, so I'm expecting them to lead us in this. Okay, boys? Let's go. I'm waiting. The Pledge of Allegiance. Okay, that was a good job. Had a little prodding though, I think, Chief. Had to prod a little bit. Okay, before we get started tonight, let's introduce who's up here. To my left, we have Councilwoman Santiago, Councilwoman Eve Lincoln. To my right, we have our senior councilman, Stephen Moreau, our deputy supervisor and councilman, Stephen Bedetti. At the table over there, we have Anthony Feo. He's our highway superintendent. To my right, we have the town clerk, Kelly Allegra. We have our chief of police, Danny Valeri. And last but not least, we have our town attorney, Dave Zagon. And I, as I say, unfortunately, am George Myers. So we'll get started. We had a public hearing we have to get out of the way first. So this is a public hearing about a proposed local law to amend Chapter 300, Article 3, Section 308 of the Town Code, Town of Windsor zoning, table of uses and bulk requirements of the R1 zoning district. This has to do with raising the height of a residential home. So I'll hold up for a little bit. Anybody here want to speak to this public hearing on change to the code? Justin, I'll hold on for a second. You tell me if anybody there wants to speak to this, okay? No? Hey, so far so good for you, Justin. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, hold open the public hearing in the matter of amending Chapter 300, Article 3, Section 300-8 of the Town Code, Town of Windsor zoning table use bulk requirements for R1 zoning district until the next regular scheduled Town Board meeting on September 6, 2023 at 7 p.m. at the Town Windsor Town Hall, 555 Union Avenue, Windsor, New York, in order to additional comments may be received from the Town of Windsor Planning Board and the public. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, the reason we're holding this open is we're waiting to hear back from our planning board about this issue. So they didn't have a meeting. That's one scheduled, I think, in a couple of weeks, and then we'll hear from them, and then we'll reopen that public hearing and look about adopting it. It's just a receiving file. Hearing no objections, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby receiving file of the town clerk, the attached reply from the Orange County Department of Planning dated June 14, 2023. Requested and provided pursuant to New York State General Municipal Law, Section 239(1) M and N, regarding proposed amendments to Chapter 300, Article 3, Section 300-8 of the Town Code, Town of Windsor zoning, table uses, bulk requirements for the R1 zoning district. So we had to send this to the county. They replied that they didn't see much of a problem with it. Next item on the agenda is a public comment period. This is strictly with comments on the agenda items. So if anybody wants to speak to any of the agenda items, we'll hold up for a minute and you'll let me know if anybody wants to speak to anything there, okay, Justin? A wild guess here, Justin, nothing? All right, let's move along. Chair will entertain this motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby approve the minutes of the public hearing for the increase in improvement of facilities for sewer district number 9, Town of Windsor inflow and infiltration mitigation phase 1. And the minutes of the July 23 Town Board meeting, both of which were held on July 5th, 2023, as per the copies posted on the Town Clerk's bulletin board in the Town Hall and same distributed to your Town Board members. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Okay, I have 4 motions that we're going to do. We'll do them back to back, and then I'll speak to all of them once we finish the 4 of them. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby appoint Dominic Feo as a police officer of the Town of Windsor Police Department effective August 3rd, 2023. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Bedetti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby appoint Liam Conroy as a police officer of the town of Windsor Police Department effective August 3rd, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilmember Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby appoint William Hazard as a police officer of the town of Windsor Police Department effective August 3rd, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilmember Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby appoint Peter Pursoon as a police officer of the town of Windsor Police Department effective August 5th, 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Rowe?
Yes.
Councilmember Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Okay. I see that there's a lot of folks in the audience here, and I'm sure they're supporting these new police officers. We have a very good showing of our current police officers in the background here to welcome them aboard. I met with them at the workshop the other night, myself and the town board, and they went through an extensive background check and psychological, and there's a written test and running and jumping and medical tests. So it's not easy to get here. Most of the people take the test, get knocked out for one reason or another. But I rely on the police chief and his administrative staff to make some recommendations to the town board. And they recommended the hiring of these 4 young men. And myself and the town board were pleased to meet them the other night. And I just want to tell their family on behalf of the town board that I guarantee you that we will give them everything they need to do their job. In addition to that, I'll give them everything they need to remain safe on the job. And I said to them, the last thing I said to them last night was that their main mission when they're here is to go home at night safely. So I've been a police officer. I was a police officer a long time. Councilman Bedetti was a police officer a long time. The town board that we have right now is very supportive of our police department. We make sure that they have everything. I don't give them as much money as I'd like to have, so sometimes they don't like me, but that's okay. But we are very, very cognizant of the equipment that they have. And whatever comes along, and I rely pretty solely on the chief of police. If they need something, I take it to the town board, and always they get what they need to do their job. So I just wanted to assure those family members, whether it be parents or wives or boyfriends or girlfriends or significant others or children, that we will make sure that they have everything they need to do this job. It's not the easiest job in the world today. It's a very difficult job. It's much more difficult than when I was doing a job. They're under a lot of scrutiny, and everybody wants to tell them how to do their job. But one thing about the town of New Windsor, we will stand behind our police officers, 100%. If they do something wrong, then we will take them to task ourselves. I don't need any help doing that, and the chief doesn't need any help doing that. But if you're doing a job, we're there to get to you. They got to get through us. So we're very confident that we're hiring the right people. We're happy to bring you on board. So I think at this point, Chief, you want to present the badges? What do you want to do? Bring them up. So those 4 new officers, you want to come up here? And you're going to swear them in, Kelly? All right, so you get the book, get down there, swear them in. Why don't you face your family and friends? I'll see enough of you when time comes. Kelly?
State the following. I. Your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And I support the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of police officer
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best.
Congratulations. Okay, so let's have everybody but Billy has to stand over here to the left. Let's renew over to this way, that way. There we go. All right, let's have Billy has his family come up here. All right, come on over here. Okay, thank you very much. Guys. Okay, Mr. Thayer. Have Dominic's family come up? Okay, thank you. Come on. His family come up, please. Okay. Okay. All right, Percy, come over here. I know your family was able to make it on it. Yeah.
Come on, Ralph, get the photo, you're.
Come on, let's go. All right, listen, hold on. You have one very important picture you have to take now with the elected officials, so let's line up again. All right, come on, all the elected officials want to get up and get in the picture? Kelly, what are you doing? Aren't you elected? That's okay. They can see me. They got me. I'm in every picture. Yeah, Anthony, thank you. You're elected too. Okay, boys. All right. Good luck. We'll catch you on the rebound.
Just to note, for those that don't know, Billy has his father was a police officer, a sergeant here, and then became chief in Cornwall. Hopefully we can get his sister, who's currently in the academy. For another.
So.
That's right, folks.
Shut up.
You know, that. So we go to like Chinatown. It's good. Cut that hair. He's just jealous. Don't worry. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so Lieutenant Fail took some speech away from me. Where is he? Lieutenant Fail? Where are you? Oh, you're babysitting now. Okay, that's much better. But yeah, what he said about Hazard is, yeah, his father was officer here, sergeant here, police chief in Cornwall, one of the finest police forces I've been around along my career. And it sometimes does become a family business. I have 6 or 7 relatives that are in police work and have gone on to do other things, judges, attorneys, professors, but it's an honorable profession and it's very much needed. And when we look at these young men, we realize there's a lot of good guys out there, okay? And you don't think there are, but there are good guys, and these are the good guys. So we appreciate the fact that they want to go into this profession. Some's a little trying, but it's rewarding. So we're going to go on with the rest of the meeting, which would take about 15, 20 minutes, and which you'll never get back in your lifetime. So if I were you, I would exit stage door right rather than sit here and listen to me babble on for 15 minutes. Okay, I see the cops are already moving. They're giving you some idea. Yeah, let's get out of here. Okay, we're gonna move along here, okay, folks? Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, award the bid for the Butter Hill Garage Electric Project in the amount of $37,700 to the Power and Prestige Incorporated as the lowest responsible bid in accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 103, as recommended by MHE Engineering in the attached correspondence. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln? Yes. Supervisor Myers?
Yes, Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the town clerk to advertise pursuant to law, calling for public hearing to be held on the 6th day of September 2023 at 7 p.m. in the Windsor Town Hall, 555 Union Avenue, in Windsor, New York, to hear all persons of the town of New Windsor in all sewer districts interested in the proposed sewer assessment roll for 2023. Motion. Roll call.
Second.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln? Yes. Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Charlie, it seems to me that you're willing to give up these 15, 20 minutes in your life. Okay, Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the attached modification of order for consent number R3-201-202-037 for the Caesars Lane wastewater treatment plant, which further modifies the June 27, 2013 order for consent to include the removal of manhole 8 riser section. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln? Yes. Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is our ongoing project with that new sewer plant we're putting together down at Forge Hill. Shall entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, award the bid for manhole 8 riser section removal project in the amount of $133,750 to our old construction as the lowest responsible bid in accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 103, as recommended by the MHE Engineering in the attached correspondence. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln? Yes. Supervisor Myers?
Yes, Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the town clerk to advertise pursuant to law, calling for sealed bids for Sewer District 9 Pump Station 2 rehabilitation project, which shall be received in public opened on the 21st day of September 2023 at 11 a.m. at the office of the town clerk, Town of New Windsor, 555 Union Avenue, New Windsor, New York. The town board of Town of New Windsor reserves the right to reject any and all bids. Motion?
Move.
Roll call.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln? Yes. Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is a receiving file. Hearing no objections, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby receiving file with the town clerk. The attached letter dated July 17, 2023 from the New York State Department of Homeland Security Emergency Services, advising that the Federal Emergency Management, FEMA, approved the Town of New Windsor's request for an approved project for the Hurricane Irene, which was PW 9141. Irene disaster monies to be used for, Caesars Lane wastewater treatment plant, thereby allowing $413,157.46 for Hurricane Irene disaster monies to be used for improvement of the wastewater facilities located at Caesars Lane. And that's where the sewer plant is, what I have, unfortunately. But I'd like to acknowledge our work by our engineer, Mike Weeks, and our attorney's office, Jess Marina, for getting this money. This is from 2013, and it's $413,000. So they were very persistent. FEMA is not easy to deal with. I could never deal with it. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, call a public hearing regarding proposed local law to override the tax levy limit established in General Municipal Law, Section 3C5, to be held on September 6, 2023 at 7 p.m. at Town Hall, 555 Union Avenue, in Windsor, New York, and authorize the town clerk to advertise for the same pursuant to law, all in accordance with Resolution Annex Tier 2. Motion?
Move.
Roll call.
Second.
I heard a second, now roll call.
Sorry.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln? Yes. Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is just an annual motion that we have to do in case we go over the tax limit, which we haven't done since I've been here in 2020, and I think it's been years since we've gone over. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, award the bid to the highway garage roof, buildings roof, and Brook Street sewer pump station, SPS number 13, roof replacement project in the amount of $765,735 to Milcon Construction Corp. as the lowest responsible bidder in accordance with General Municipal Law, Section 103, as recommended by MHE Engineering in the attached correspondence. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, Anthony, no more buckets.
We can sell them now.
Huh?
We can sell
We
them.
can sell it now. All right, well, this bid came under what we thought it would be, so I'm glad that it's in, and we just have to make sure it gets done before the snow flies, all right? So we gotta keep an eye on that. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, pursuant to the Town of New Windsor Town Code, Section 113-1, request the Town Code Enforcement Officer, engineer of the town conduct an inspection and prepare a report advising the Town Board of the condition, safety, and habilitation of building located at property located at 111 Cedar Avenue, New Windsor, New York, which is further identified as the Town of New Windsor tax map as Section 19, Block 4, Lot 63, owned by Karen Odell and Christina Orr. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is that fire that we had down by the Little League, across the street from the Little League, and that building's been an eyesore to the neighbors for a long time, a lot of complaining. And we thought the bank or the insurance company was holding things up, and finally Councilman Bedetti got involved here, and we moved this in. We're gonna do it ourselves. We kept thinking the bank was gonna do it, and we have given up. We'll do it ourselves, and we'll bill somebody. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby authorize the supervisor to execute the attached retainer agreement with Youngworth Law for the provision of labor and employment legal services. Motion?
Moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, this is an attorney we've done business with. She was with another law firm. She struck out on her own and now has her own law firm. And Dave Zagon deals with her all the time, and we're very happy with her services to the town, so we'll stay with her. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, pursuant to the resolution attached here to hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the New York State Department of Transportation applications permits to operate equipment for law enforcement purposes in order that the town may obtain New York State DOT permits to install security cameras, license plate readers, and related equipment on utility poles located within the various New York State rights-of-way, and said pole in specific locations being identified in the resolution attached here to. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, these license plate readers have been very helpful to us in solving some crimes, and also we've been helping us with some police departments in the area who come to us all the time, and we have helped them out. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, pursuant to the resolution attached here too, hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the short environmental assessment form, declare that it intends to serve as sequel lead agency in connection with the aerial installation of license plate readers, surveillance cameras, or existing electric poles owned by Central Hudson Gas and Electric, which are located on town roads owned by and within the right-of-way of the County of Orange, and authorize the town attorney to circulate a notice of intent to serve as lead agency to all other involved or interested agencies. Motion?
Moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yeah, more of those poles. This is 4 motions coming. They all have to do with this Mount Airy where they're putting in solar panels. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor hereby authorize the town supervisor to execute the attached stormwater control facility maintenance agreement between the town of New Windsor and Mount Airy, New York LLC, also known as Lightstar Renewables LLC, for the long-term maintenance and continuation of the private stormwater management facilities for the project commonly known as Mount Airy Rand Solar Project, located at 354 Mount Airy Road in Windsor, New York, and further identifies the town of New Windsor tax map section 54, block 1, lot 22-2. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the establishment of performance bond for landscaping improvements on the Mount Airy Road Solar Project, Planning Board number 22-03, in the amount of $152,287 plus a 4% inspection fee pursuant to paragraph 3H, Town of Windsor Standard Schedule of Fees, in the amount of $6,091.48, representing 4% of the total landscaping improvement. Cost estimate is recommended by MNG Consulting Engineers by correspondence dated July 3rd, 2023. Attached here to. Motion?
Moved. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Moreau?
Yes.
Councilman Detti?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the establishment of performance bond for the decommissioning, security for the Bound Area Road Solar Project, Planning Board number 22-3, in the amount of $254,330.83 plus 4% inspection fee pursuant to paragraph 3H of the Town of New Windsor Standard Schedule fees in the amount of $10,173.23, representing 4% of the total cost estimate, as recommended by McGoey Hauser Retzer Consulting Engineers by correspondence dated July 3rd, 2023. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman LaRoe?
Yes.
Councilman Betty?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, authorize the establishment of performance bond for the stormwater management of the Mount Airy Solar Project, Planning Board 22-3, in the amount of $170,000 plus 4% inspection fee pursuant to paragraph 3H of the Town of New Windsor Standard Schedule fees in the amount of $6,800, representing a 4% of the total landscaping improvement cost, as recommended by McCoy House Consulting Engineers by correspondence dated 20th July 2023. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman LaRoe?
Yes.
Councilman Betty?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, pursuant to the resolution attached hereto, hereby oppose Holtec International and Holtec Decommissioning International's present plan to release over 1 million gallons of radioactive wastewater from the Indian Point Energy Center into the Hudson River, and further directs the town supervisor on his own or through the town attorney's office to take any further steps necessary to voice the town board's concern with regard to the aforementioned plan, and the town clerk's office to provide a copy of this motion resolution to the offices of Senator Schumer and Senator Gillibrand, State Senator Skoufis, and Assemblyman Egas, Chairman Christopher T. Hansen of the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, Holte and HDI. Motion?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman LaRoe?
Yes.
Councilman Betty?
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago?
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln?
Yes.
Supervisor Myers?
Yes, just acknowledge Councilman Bedetti's work in getting this done. That water runs up and down Hudson River, north and south. All right, receive and file. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk a letter of retirement submitted by Elizabeth Fisher dated July 3rd, did I miss Bedetti?
Yeah.
I don't want him to go.
He's not leaving.
No, he has to stay.
He can't get off the train.
No,
I'm going.
all right. Who wants to get rid of him? Oh, no, okay.
He does.
All right, let me go back. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk a letter of resignation submitted by Stephen A. Bedetti dated June 30th, 2023, effective August 30th, 2023. Listen, everybody knows Stephen's involved in a lot of things, been involved in the fire department, very deeply involved in our police department and our dispatch center, and involves himself in a lot of projects that he doesn't have to. And you'll be missed in that role, but I think in your new role, you'll even be more involved. Is that possible, Stephen? I don't know. Okay. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file with the town clerk a letter of retirement submitted by Elizabeth Fisher dated July 3rd, 2023, effective July 22nd, 2023. Yeah, Betsy worked down our recreation department, did a great job for Matt and our residents down here who partook in our recreation facilities, and she'll be missed. Another receiver. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of Windsor, hereby receive and file with the town clerk the attached right of entry agreement dated June 26, 23, between the Town of New Windsor, United States of America Department of Army, permitting access to property owned by the Town of New Windsor identified in New Windsor's tax map, Section 3, Block 1, Lot 2.1, and commonly known as the Town of New Windsor landfill, as one of 5 sampling locations in conjunction with Department of Army's Phase 2 of the PFAS remedial investigation at Stewart Airport National Guard Base. So they're gonna, this has been a long time in the progress. What took so long on this? I don't know. Oh, the Army Corps, oh, well, that's all you gotta say. Once they're involved, this time goes on. Another receiver file. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of New Windsor, receive and file the town clerk the attached decision order dated June 28, 2023, in the matter of David Nullally, applicant versus the Zoning Board of Appeals, Town of New Windsor, et al. Responded. This was a lawsuit that a resident took about something the zoning board did, and the zoning board, it turns out the court agreed with the zoning board. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of Windsor, hereby receive and file the town clerk the attached notice of claim in the matter of RC, an infant by her mother and natural guardian, Christy Baker, and Christy Baker individually versus Town of New Windsor et al. This has to do with a child who had some type of injury at one of our recreation facilities. Hearing no objection, Town Board, Town of Windsor receiving file with the town clerk, the attached monthly reports for the following departments. July 2023, Justice Court, both Justice Court, Calderon and Myers, Police Department report, Building Department, Recreation Department, Tax Receiver, Utility Report, Town Clerk, and Windsor Medical Emergency Services. I briefly looked through these today, and I see that there's 5 more drunks that we have arrested in town, so God knows how many are really out there. And the ambulance has a time of, from when they're called, they'll get to you within 6 minutes, so I think that's great, and they do a good job, and once again, they're premier agency. Okay, next item on the agenda is a public forum, and I don't really see anybody from the public here, so I'll wait on you, Justin, and then you'll tell me if anybody wants to speak to this. I hope they realize that I'm on my last leg here. Justin? Okay, here we go. Chair will entertain a motion, Town Board, Town of Windsor, adjourn the Town Board meeting at 7:36 PM. Motion?
Move. Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Rowe,
Yes.
Councilman Betty,
Yes.
Councilwoman Santiago,
Yes.
Councilwoman Lincoln,
Yes.
Supervisor Myers.
Yes. Okay. Very good.